This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So we are given two coordinates of rectangle and we are also given the area of the rectangle. So now using these values we have to find the remaining two coordinates of the rectangle. So first let us visualize how these points 2, 5 and 10, 5 are present in a Cartesian plane. So let us open a visualizer and here I am going to give the input points as 2, 5 and 10, 5. So these are the two given input coordinates, and here in our graph we can see that this is how these points are present. So both are present in the same line. So these are the two coordinates of a rectangle. Now we have to find the remaining two coordinates. So using a formula we can find the distance between these 2 points. So the distance between these 2 points is nothing but the length of the rectangle. So now let us use the formula and find the distance between these 2 points. So the formula is square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So the values of the first coordinate must be considered as x1 and y1, and the second coordinate must be considered as x2 and y2. So when we substitute the values in this formula, we get the distance between these 2 points, and the distance is nothing but the length. So after calculating the value, we will be getting the distance is equal to 8, which is nothing but the length of the rectangle. So the length of the rectangle is 8, and we also know the area of the rectangle is 24. So using these two values, we can calculate the breadth of the rectangle. So length into breadth is equal to area. So we know the length and area. So the breadth will be area by length. So again I am writing breadth is equal to area by length, which is nothing but 24 by 8, which is equal to 3. So the length of the rectangle is 8 and the breadth of the rectangle is equal to 3. So using these values of length and breadth, now we are going to find the remaining two coordinates. So let us open the graph. So we have found the breadth is equal to 3. So this is the already given input coordinates. So the another coordinate is present at a breadth of 3. So it will be along the same x-axis and the y alone will be incremented by 3. So the new point will be 2, 8. So I will give the third coordinate also as an input. So you can see where that point is actually present. So it is 2, 8. So this is the third coordinate, and now we have to find one more coordinate. So the remaining coordinate will also be present along the same x-axis but with the extra distance of 3. So it will be present at 10, 8. So here we can see this will be the fourth coordinate. So now we can see that these four coordinates form a rectangle. So in our output also we are printing 2, 8 and 10, 8, which are the new coordinates which we have found. So this is how we should be finding our output. So while finding the remaining two coordinates, we will be adding the breadth value with x, and at some cases we will be adding the breadth value with y. So we shall see when we should add with x and when we should add with y. So we should add the value of breadth with x coordinate if the x is same in both the given input coordinates. So for this particular input the x is different. So here in the first coordinate the value of x is equal to 2, and in the second coordinate the x is equal to 10, but the y value is same in this case. So here we can see that in the first coordinate also y is equal to 5, and in the second coordinate also y is equal to 5. So in this case we have to add the breadth value with y coordinates because they are only same. So the breadth value which we calculated is 3. So the coordinate will become 2, 5 plus 3, which is 2, 8, and the another coordinate will be 10, 5 plus 3, which is 10, 8, which are our output coordinates. So this is how we will be calculating the new coordinates using the given input coordinates and area of the rectangle. So now let us see another example, that is our sample input 1. So in our sample input 1, these are the given two coordinates and the area of rectangle is 30. So after finding the breadth, the value of breadth will be equal to 6. So in this case, first let us find which coordinate is same. Here we can see that the y coordinates are not same. In the first coordinate y is equal to 0 and in the second coordinate y is equal to 5. So y is not same. But in this case the x is same. So the value of x is 0 in both the coordinates. So in this case we have to add the breadth value with the x coordinates. So 0 plus 6 is 6, and again for the second coordinate also 0 plus 6 is 6. So the new coordinates will be 6, 0 and 6, 5. So in our output we can see that we are printing 6, 0 and 6, 5. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating 5 integer variables named x1, x2, y1, y2 and area. And in the next line, using a scanf statement, I am accepting the 2 input coordinates and storing them into the points x1, y1, x2 and y2. And after that, again using a scanf statement, I am accepting the area of the rectangle. So we have accepted all the input coordinates and the area of the rectangle. Now we have to calculate the distance between 2 points. So the distance between the 2 points is nothing but the length of the rectangle. So I am creating a new variable named length and I am storing the length. So the length will be calculated using the formula square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So the length value will be stored into this variable. So now we know the area of the rectangle and we know the length of the rectangle. So using that we can calculate the breadth. So the breadth will be area by length. So now we know all the values, length, area and breadth, but we will be using only the breadth value. So now as we discussed, we are going to print our output coordinates. So if the x coordinates are same in both the coordinates, we have to add the breadth with x, else we have to add with y. So first, using the if condition, I am checking whether the x1 and x2 are same. If it is true, then we will be adding the breadth with x1 and x2 and we will keep the variables y1 and y2 as such. So we won't be making any changes in y1 and y2. We will be adding the breadth with x1 and x2. So these two will be the new points. Suppose if x1 and x2 are not equal, then y1 and y2 will be equal. So in those cases, we have to print our output coordinate as required. So we will be just adding the breadth values with y1 and y2 instead of x1 and x2. We will keep x1 and x2 as such and we will add the breadth with y1 and y2. So this is how we will be printing our output coordinates. So this is the logic. Thank you for watching.